Welcome to the channel, and thank you for stopping by, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. It is your host, Galadon, and today we are speaking about a strategy that has been making its rounds in the Clash of Clans war community in the last few days. It is called, well, many are calling it Bat Slap. Now, we're going to talk about this, and I'm going to give it a try right here, but before we get any further, let's not put the blame on Galadon if there are some nerfs that come out of this strategy, okay? I did not invent this, I am just reporting on it. If you want to get down to the bottom of, well, where this started, it's always difficult to really isolate it to any one person, but I would probably give credit to either Carbon Finn, Eric from One Hive, or Itsu. I think it was actually Itsu that told me that Carbon Finn and Eric from One Hive were doing this strategy, so make sure you check out all three of those channels because they've got some fantastic stuff right there. And, well, okay, let's just get into this attack, which is possibly broken, maybe extremely strong, or it just comes down to really good spell timing and placement, efficient funneling, and an effective queen charge like we've seen time and again. The queen charge seems to be the anchor of almost any attack that we are seeing have great success, especially at Town Hall 12. Now, this is sort of a spammy style attack in that you're dumping in about 10 witches in behind your Archer Queen, maybe an Ice Golem down the middle after you've used some funneling with a Barbarian King and a couple other of the witches. You brought, I believe it is 12 or 13 witches, just a couple of Ice Golems, and a bunch of bat spells. As you can see, if the splash damage is out of the way, those bat spells are going to be completely unstoppable. The bats annihilating everything in their path and making it look easy against this completely maxed out Town Hall 12. But as we go back and look, there are a few key moments in these attacks that make all the difference. Check out the end of this attack. That's right, there are 2 Ice Golems still up, and it looks like pretty much every bat and a majority of the witches. So let's go back and take a look at the key moments of this attack, and really, let's just dumb it down, okay? Really make this extremely basic, talking about the fundamentals of an effective bat slap. First of all, the queen funnel. Getting her in after usually the town hall. You can see on the left, we've got the king, 3 witches on the right-hand side, an Electro Dragon, and the Wall Wrecker is going to very effectively open 2 of these enclosures. So first step, queen successfully funneled. Moving on to the bat wave. Now you've got to distract or stop that splash damage. In this case, the Ice Golem, a fail, too far away from the Wizard Tower, but a couple of free spells do the trick, and quickly the first Wizard Tower right here will be gone. Now, one of the things that happens with the core of these bases is you get all of the witches and their skeletons effectively serving to distract splash damage like multi-target infernos or wizard towers. In this case, I've got 1 free spell left. It's up to timing it just right. There it is, and check it out. The Archer Queen and the bats move in. The Archer Queen actually takes this wizard tower out just in time, and now it's down to just 1 dangerous defense. That is the last wizard tower, and again, the core units, the Archer Queen right here, take the last wizard tower out, and there's nothing left to stop a giant group of bats like this. Now, of course, there are things that can go wrong. Imagine a tornado trap in an inopportune spot could wipe out every single bat. Also, Tesla farms can pop up, doing a lot of damage, although it's not splash, can still slow down a bat wave. And okay, so this one worked out pretty well, and a bit of overkill. We still have the Archer Queen. She's getting healed back up. We've got tons of bats, and believe it or not, we had 2 Ice Golems remaining at the end of this attack, a full health king, a full health warden. So admittedly, a beginner's base for this style attack, meaning you're not often going to see 3 single target infernos from a maxed out 12 in Clan Wars, but if you do, witches and bats often can do the trick to wipe those things out as long as you can deal with the other splash in the base. So let's take a look at a less than maxed out Town Hall 12, but nonetheless an interesting base setup with multi-target infernos and a single target off to the left. So the same opening, getting the effective funnel and opening the wall for the queen. Again, the Wall Wrecker getting 2 layers of walls in, an early rage, an Ice Golem leading the way, and of course the king on the far right hand side with 3 witches helping to complete the funnel, and the late warden. I always seem to forget to bring the warden in. Check out that freeze radius right there from the attacking Ice Golems. You have to love that. And here comes your bat wave bottom left. Notice that this time the Ice Golem deployed at the bottom about 7 o'clock does his job. He gets within range of the Wizard Tower and distracts it as this massive wave of bats moves in away from any other splash damage. So the Wizard Tower easily taken out. There is the freeze spell. That is going to stop that multi-target Inferno. But yes, we're too far away from that multi-target Inferno and we lose all of our bats before we get there. There's other splash in the way with that Wizard Tower. But again, here we are with a core of units that was really effective in getting to the middle and now working their way out the back door, overwhelming this base. Are witches too strong? Like, you know, again, don't blame me, blame some other YouTuber because they thought of this strategy long before I did. I am just reporting on it and trying it out to see how effective it is. Is it game breaking? Is it completely overpowered? Honestly, I don't think so. I think that it's very strong, but there are other very strong attack strategies right now. Look at Queen Charge Miner, Queen Charge Hog Riders, even Queen Charge Lalo is still doing a great job right now. So this is just another tool in a proficient war attacker's belt and an opportunity to take advantage of a base that might just be a little bit ill-designed. Remember, it doesn't necessarily have to be all single target Infernos, but also vulnerable or lopsided splash damage, as in Wizard Tower placement, can make a huge difference in the success of a Bat Slap attack. So Jughead's base, unfortunately, goes down to another seemingly pretty easy 3-star with an Ice Golem that actually lasts longer than intended. Ice Golem, kind of like a Lava Hound in that you would like it to get destroyed during the attack. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this attack out in multiplayer. This is against a trophy base. Not exactly where you would normally be using an attack like this because hopefully you're looking at war bases and deciding what attack strategy you want to use. But let's just plan this one on the fly. Again, King and 3 Witches on the right, E-Dragon on the left, Queen with the Wall Wrecker, the Ice Golem, and all the rest of the Witches right down the middle after the core of this base. And this one works out beautifully. Again, the Wall Wrecker through 2 layers of walls. We've got the Town Hall Eagle, all of the key defenses exposed in the core and getting overwhelmed by the Witches. Then the bats, they're going to swarm that left-hand side of the base. Watch out for the multi-target Inferno and the Wizard Tower just to the left of the Town Hall. Beautifully, if I do say so myself. Frozen with the last freeze spell, but unfortunately, that's right, the Tornado Trap shows up and just vaporizes almost every single bat from this attack. But they've still gotten the job done, and because it's a trophy base and because, okay, fine, there's an Inferno Tower under construction, so maybe that made a big difference. I'm just saying, this was what I had to work with. So, yes, there are always going to be those little advantages or big advantages that help out. Anyway, so what basically I'm showing here is that sometimes the bats aren't going to last through to the end of the attack. Then you're, again, counting on the Witches or that Queen Charge in the middle of the base. It's all about occupying the splash defense, and that could mean that it's the Witches skeletons that are drawing the fire from those multi-target Infernos or the Wizard Towers in the core, the air defenses as well. Remember, as far as spawned units, this is probably one of the highest numbered unit attacks in the history of the game. 7 bat spells and 13 witches. The potential is there for literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of spawned units that are easily going to wipe out anything in the core as long as they don't get a little bit unlucky with splash or giant bombs. So, okay, this one worked out okay. We picked up an easy 3-star out in multiplayer against a base that was upgrading. But what I also wanted to show was, hey, it's not always the Bat Slap that we're using that's super effective. Check out this Bat Slap used against Lost Phoenix in this past week's Clan War Leagues. And I gotta tell you, it's slightly different. Notice that this time you've got 8 bat spells and giants. Twin Electro Dragons that are funneling, and then healers in after the giants. I don't know, somebody's gonna name it E-Jai Charge Batwave or something like that, but E-Jai Charge Witch Batwave Slap. Anyway. Whatever it is, it's a Bat Slap variant, and again, the fundamentals are similar. The funnel, this time without the Barb King funneling, that just provides more horsepower down the middle of this base, and you'll notice he didn't even come on the direct side where the Town Hall is. Some confidence right here coming at the far side, but watch the Wall Wrecker get through a 3rd layer of walls right here and end up delivering its payload right next to the Town Hall on the far left-hand side, and this time the bats come from in the core. So with all of the other defenses distracted like that single target Inferno, the bats eat this base from the inside out, and you'll notice Not looking good for Brandon's base right here. On the left-hand side of your screen, the Archer Queen has found the Town Hall, so that's going to be your second star. And what seemed at this point maybe to be close to the end of this attack was surprising. Look on the far right-hand side of the base. That is a large group of witches that have ended up on the outside rather than the inside. It's about half a dozen. And then right in the core by the destroyed clan castle, there's several more. And we have to remember, these are the brand new witches that came to Town Hall 12. They are super strong, and yeah, without splash damage to stop them, they are going to overwhelm a base. Check out the layout. You do have a mortar left, and of course, one wizard tower just off the screen at the very top. But two groups of witches are going to make it difficult for any splash damage to take out everybody that's attacking. And then, of course, you've got a witch walk at the bottom of your screen right here. The healer's doing a great job of keeping the witches, or any witches that happen to get damaged, behind that giant wave of Q-tips with legs. So yeah, it doesn't really require anything else at this point. Overwhelming the base instead of with bats, instead of with the heroes at the end. Now it's just basically the witches that are doing the trick. And it turns out that Al-Harani had more than enough time to get the job done. The Warden actually helping out right here. And check out how the witches and the skeletons kind of split up. The skeletons are working their way around the outside. They're distracting. And the witches, providing firepower of their own, are taking out defense after defense after defense. And there's the tornado trap. One of the last things to get triggered in this base is a tornado trap. Too little, too late, as the Warden just about single-handedly wipes out that wizard tower. Right there, can't quite do it, but the witches have gone through the wall. A little peculiar wall behavior again, but sometimes it works out. And this one did not work out for Brandon of Lost Phoenix. So it's great to see. Witches are effective. Bats are effective. Together, are they too strong? It remains to be seen what will happen in future balance updates. Again, don't blame me, blame those other fantastic YouTubers that I mentioned at the beginning of the episode. But this is the end of the episode, so thank you for sticking around. Get out there, make the best of the rest of your day. Be kind to people, planet, the animals. I'll see you all back here again tomorrow for more full attacks. Galadon, why don't you talk like that in the whole episode? Then we'd only have to listen to you for about 2 minutes.